Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik, and the host and the producer for this program. And Irene Faithful is faithfully here with me. She frequents the program and is helping with demonstrating the poses. And today's yoga class is going to be a little different. Not as much of a flow, but talking about back strengthening, because there are a lot of things in yoga we can do to help strengthen our back. Let's talk about why the back can be weak. The back is oftentimes weak because we sit with our shoulders rounded and we overstretch those muscles. And so when the muscles are chronically overstretched and you're not doing much extension and you're not doing strengthening exercises, let's say in a gym for your back can get weak. And so you have back pain due to overstretched muscles. So what we're going to do today is focus on strengthening the core, because that also helps to strengthen the back. That's another reason to have back pain is a weak core. So working on strengthening the core, working on strengthening the back. So we're going to start with some standing yoga asanas that are going to help to improve the strengthening of the back. One of the things that does is mountain pose, because mountain pose is a posture aligning pose. And we want to make sure that our posture is right so that our back is in the right position. So we're going to bring the shoulders over the hips and just gently lift the rib cage up and target the core, draw the navel inward so you're supporting the back. And then I want you to drop everything and see how that feels. Does it cause your back to be a little uncomfortable when you round your shoulders? You'll feel that back strain. So come out of that, find mountain pose so that your back is in the alignment it should be. You should have a low back curve. And you should have a curve to your neck, a little forward curve of the upper back, so that you have that unique design that the back is supposed to have with the 3 curves in it. And then what we're going to do is come up on the balls of the feet and then drop back on the heels and see if we can still find that same mountain pose. Just come up on the balls of the feet and drop back on the heels. Okay, now we're going to support the back, and when you take a yoga class and you do have back problems, you may want to look at what we're doing to modify some of the poses that you might find in a traditional yoga class. Because when you sit back in chair, or Utkatasana, mighty pose as it's called, you're sitting back, and once you hinge forward, you're fighting the force of gravity. It goes directly into your back. By putting your hands on your thighs, you support that weight. You can try one arm, and when you do, that helps strengthen the back. But 2 arms can put a strain in the back. So we're just going to do 1 arm today. So there's 1 arm here, and then switch to the other arm, strengthening the shoulder and the back there. Now let's try it again. Left arm goes up, and right arm goes up. Now bring both arms forward and slide down to your shins. Now, we're going to traction the spine. I want you to put both hands on your shins and pull the crown of your head forward. We're trying today not to overstretch the muscles, and sometimes when your hamstrings are really tight and your back is very rounded, it's a strain on that lower back. So what we're going to do is traction the spine, get as much vertebrae length as we can, pulling the vertebrae apart by pulling the head out away from the hips. And then we're going to bend the knees and drive the navel into the spine and roll back up. Okay. So now we're going to do a modification of tree pose. We're going to open the left hip so we're standing just on the right leg. You're going to bring the hands in prayer and you're going to lift those arms all the way up. So notice I'm not coming off my left foot. What I want to do is traction the back muscles, and I want the focus to be on your back, not on your balance. So if you're taking a yoga class and you want to focus on your back, go ahead and assume a modification so that you're not focusing on holding your balance, because that can oftentimes move your back in an awkward place and cause you to spasm. Once you feel you're straight and strong, you can start to move that leg up the calf, but keep moving the arms into your ears so you feel like your spine is moving upward and not side to side. So keep lengthening that spine. And then we're going to take that left leg back and then drop the arms down. And I want you to pull your shoulder blades together. We're going to start to move into extension, but I want to do it slowly. So drop your tailbone, pull your shoulders back, and then look up at the ceiling and just open the chest here. So now you're contracting the erector spinae muscles in the spine. You're dropping that tailbone so you don't have the extreme arch in your low back. And then we're going to pull forward once again over your right leg. Pull back with your arms, and we're going to drop down into the right knee. This is called Wounded Warrior. We're going to keep that chest down on the right knee. Stay there. And then release those arms. Come back up. Virabhadrasana 1. Stay here. And let's twist the spine. Standing twist. Turn to the right. And we're going to come back to the front of the mat. So let's come back into mountain pose. Drop the arms down and come up on the balls of your feet and back on the heels. And let's open the right hip to the side. Just bring your right heel over to your left ankle and traction the spine. Stretch up towards the ceiling there. Pull up as high as you can. Draw the arms into your ears. Stay there and breathe. Hold on to that. 2 more deep breaths. Now if you can, slide your right foot over to the ankle, lift upward, pull those arms up. Stay there and breathe. Good. Try to keep your back as strong as possible. Step back with your right foot and bring those arms behind you. And here we go again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, strengthening the erector spinae muscles, arching the back, lift your chest in the air. And then we're going to, again, traction the spine. So pull forward, pull over the front end of your mat, keep those arms pulling back to your hips, drop the chest down, and lay that chest against your left leg. Hold it there. Keep pulling forward, tractioning the spine. Then we're going to release those arms, come back up to Virabhadrasana 1. Traction upward, then twist to the left. Come all the way around. And then airplane the arms back to center. Samastahiti. Let's traction that spine. This time, grab your elbows and stretch the lats. So the lats are the muscles on the outside of your back, right? Stretching up to the ceiling here. Stretching the triceps as well. Lifting your kneecaps up so you feel everything moving upward. And then we're going to release those arms and round the spine, come down slowly. So we're going to do a lot on our knees. So let's come down into a tabletop position, because being on our knees, we have more control on back stabilization. What we're going to be working on is strengthening the back one side at a time, strengthening the posterior delts, strengthening the rhomboids that are on either side of your shoulder blades. So we're going to take our right leg out to the side, and then we're going to sweep that right arm up and open the chest here, strengthening the back as you do. And we're going to swing that right arm onto your left shoulder and then come right back up. Deep breath in, look up, exhale, and through. So we're getting a stretch. We're getting to work the internal, external obliques. And we're stretching across the back. One more time. Deep breath in. And this time we're going to hold, thread the needle. Bring the left elbow down. Keep your right arm underneath that shoulder and just hold there. Now bring your hands down. Take your left leg out to the side. And turn and open, look up. Breathe here. And exhale, come down. Reach underneath that arm. And again, deep breath. Lift your chest, look up. Exhale and reach under. And again, deep breath, look up. And again, under. And deep breath, reach up. And this time, reach all the way under and fall back into the left shoulder, threading the needle. Then we're going to come back into that tabletop. And now, bird dog. We're going to work on strengthening the back at the same time. We're targeting the core for stabilization. So we're going to pull the head to the front edge of your mat. We're going to curl the toes over the right foot under and then push that right heel straight back from the hip. Do not lift your hip, but push that heel straight back. So first we're going to traction the spine. Take your left arm out, look down. Then we're going to strengthen the back by lifting your hand and lifting your heel. Look forward and then slowly come back down. Drop the hand in front of you. Deep breath in. Exhale, start to extend out and then lift up. Look up. And this time we're going to come back to the floor in that tabletop. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Curl the toes of the left foot under. Start to push back into your left heel. Reach forward with your right arm. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Lift and then deep breath. And exhale, drop. Deep breath in. Exhale and hold. Deep breath in. Exhale and return to center. Now we're going to breathe in deep, drop the belly, look up, and then exhale and round the spine. Deep breath in, look up, lift your chest, exhale and round the spine. 2 more. Deep breath and look up. Exhale and pull in. And last time, deep breath, look up. Exhale, pull in. Now let's sit back over the heels and stretch the spine. Let the head come down towards your knees. Now we're going to slide the elbows out, and this is a modification for plank. We're going to strengthen the transverse abdominis muscles, and they're the ones that really help to stabilize our core. So they're the ones that are going to help strengthen the back, support the back, if you will. So we're going to hold the hips up, contracting the transverse abdominis muscle fibers, feeling like you're moving the hip bones closer together, pushing back with your heels. We're going to stay here. Breathe deep, in and out through the nose. Keep pulling the crown of your head forward. Then we're going to drop onto the knees. Drop the belly down. Drop the head. Then I want you to go ahead and lift your head. Lift your belly. Curl your toes under. And once again, target the core. Keeping your back supported. Deep breath in and out through the nose. Now, if you can, you want to add a little challenge. Lift your right leg. Push back through your right heel. And lift your left leg. Push back through your left heel. You can alternate one heel up at a time. This strengthens the glute, strengthens the low back. Now come back down onto the knees. Drop on your belly. Drop your chest and drop your head. Now slide your hands to the middle of your back. Start to look forward over the front of your mat or in front of your mat. And you're going to start to pull your shoulders up. Now we're going to strengthen the back muscles without lifting the rib cage. Just bring those hands off the floor. Extend those arms out with your thumbs up. Reach forward as though you had a ball in your hands. Feel the strengthening of your upper back and shoulders. Then bring those arms back, put them down, and then round the spine. Exhale and pull up into cat. Come back down, lower the chest. Good, and we're going to try that again. Lifting arms up, deep breath in, exhale and reach. Hold there. Deep breath in, exhale. Deep breath in. Now this time exhale and put them back down. Deep breath in, come up. Exhale, round the back. Now we're going to have a seat on the mat. Cross the ankles, have a seat, and we're in staff pose. Now in staff pose, just like when we were in mountain pose, we get an opportunity to align the spine. But this time, instead of being on our feet, pulling up out of the feet, we're on our sitting bones and pulling up out of our sitting bones. So let's align our shoulders again. The heels of our hands are right underneath our armpits. The feet are straight ahead. Toes are parallel. Rib cage is lifted up. Pull up through the crown of your head. So Dandasana, staff pose. Breathe in and out through the nose. Now when we come out of staff, we're going to either come into extension or flexion. So we're going to start in extension. Let's move the hands back behind the hips. We're going to press down into the heels of our hands and lift the chest. We're in extension. So the back muscles are shortening or strengthening there, trying to support your chest lifting. And then we're going to come back, and then we're going to place the hands right behind the knees, round the back, and look down at your knees. So we're going to go back and forth from extension to flexion. Hands behind the hips, lift the rib cage up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, strengthen the back here. Exhale, plant the hands right behind the knees, round the back, and let your head fall forward. Again, reach back, lift your chest, look up. Breathe here. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more times. Reach back, lift the chest, hold here. Exhale and release and down. 1 more time, lift the chest, hold here. Exhale, release. And this time, start to bring the elbows down a little closer. Can you round the back? If it puts any strain on your back, you just want to stay where you feel comfortable. Now we're going to traction the spine again. Reach up. Stretch the arms towards the ceiling. Reach up, and we're going to do a little seated twist. So turn to the right and look back over the right shoulder. And then come back up to center and turn to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Now we have a pose, and this is the reverse plank. So we did the plank on our elbows. We're going to do the plank on the heels of our hands, but we're going to do a modified reverse plank. We're going to slide our right foot back to the mat, and we're just going to pick our hips up and look back over the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale and pull those hips back. Slide the left leg in and the right leg out. Deep breath in. Come up. Hold and exhale, slowly come back down. Let's try it again. Right leg is in. Deep breath. Lift your chest. Look back. Exhale and return to the mat. And 1 more time. The left heel is in. Breathe deep and lift up. Exhale and pull back. Take both arms in the air. And this time we're going to try to reach forward. Stretch towards your toes, but we're hinging at the hips. Take those arms up. And once again, reach forward to your toes. Only come out as far as you feel comfortable. And then come back up. Now we'll do some little isolations for the abs. So you're going to keep your abs controlled. If you have a block or you have a cushion off your sofa, you'll need it later. So go ahead and get that and put it right near you. In order to strengthen the core, if you have a weak core, I'm going to have you use your elbows. So we're going to come down on our elbows, and this will be a little bit of a tricep exercise because you're going to push off your elbows into the heels of your hands and come up. Okay, so a little assist. You're going to come down the elbows and breathe, then exhale and push back up. Take a deep breath in, come down the elbows, exhale and pull back up. Let's do that 4 more times. Exhale up, deep breath, go down. Exhale, come up. Deep breath, go down. Exhale up. And one more time, breathe and exhale up. Good, let's traction the spine. Stretch all the way up in the air. And now we're going to bring the knees to our chest and roll down into the floor. So now our back is flat. And for some of you that might have some issues to your low back, sometimes when you flatten the low back, it makes the back feel more comfortable. When you take it out of extension and you flatten it, it stretches the vertebrae out. And if you have any tension or if you have a bulging disc or you have any structural issues, this is going to feel better for you. We're just going to create a nice little circular motion with our knees and massage the low back. And there's a pose called the lying twist where you stay in one place and you're stretching that low back. We're going to do that now. Let's take the knees and circle them the other way. Now let's move the knees over to the right side of your mat. Line up the knees with your hips, but make sure your heels are out away from your hips and they're at 90 degrees. We're going to roll the left shoulder back and adjust your spine. Look to the left. Try to bring that left shoulder down if you can. Feel the stretch through the belly as well as through the back. So you'll feel the internal, external obliques stretching as you twist to the left. Do 4 more deep breaths in and out through the nose there. And do the same thing on the other side. So let's come up, slowly bring your knees up, and same thing on the other side. Come all the way over to the left, and then open the chest back to the right and adjust your spine there. 4 deep breaths. Now, if you have any issues with your back, it's very nice to be able to do some inversion without putting pressure on the back. So that's why I asked you to grab a block or a cushion off your couch. Because we're going to come back and place that cushion underneath your hips and turn your hands face up and take your legs in the air and just move your feet around. And I want to take this opportunity right now to thank you for watching Yoga with Cynthia. Until next time, namaste. But stay through the duration. We're going to go into corpse pose right after this, and I won't be giving you any cues for it. Just continue watching.